take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22. That's how you draw up the run-pass option right there. You get a chunk play out of it.
And you know quarterbacks love to throw the RPOs because oftentimes they're in-breaking routes, but receivers love it even more. The ball gets to them quickly, allows them to put some moves on in the secondary.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the former Terrapin, this is Ty Johnson. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. His 49-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. And still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
3rd and 3.
Out of the shotgun, here's Fromm. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. And Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. Taken in at the 22.
Any return to get you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
On 2nd down now, it's Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
3rd and 4.
Looking to throw from. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On first down from quick hitter here, it's complete. The 20. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. And he's got it up and through.
Makes the score Jets 9, Bears nothing. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. KJ Hamler returning it. And he returns this to the 22.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Out on the edge, you love to have cornerbacks like that can bring him down to the run game.
And you're also exposed to everyone. It really becomes a one-on-one play, doesn't it? You're out there by yourself on the edge. The best ones know how to make the play, and we just saw an example of it right there.
Throwing on 2nd down. Darnold. They will find Davis. That's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. First and 10, it's Dobbins. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. 43
to Mike, boy, 43. Check, 43. Get the ball.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Brings up 2nd.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They toss it out right to Johnson. 15 yards on the play. First down.
That's good for Jets. First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
After one, it's 9-0.
With the score, Jets 9, Bears nothing.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Throwing is from. He gets it left side of Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards, and that'll make it second and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On second down, it's Johnson, and he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside, and so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Johnson. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 29. That's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
They definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. Here's Johnson. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun, Johnson. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll run it with Johnson. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Jets will extend their lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
And the kick makes it through, but flags come flying in as well. It appears we're going to get a roughing call tacked on. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down. After the run, now Darnold to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Fielded at the 33. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one. Hence the decline.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Here's Fromm to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now a timeout taken.
Jets.
Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
First and 10 from completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Darnold from the gun. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Almost unstoppable on the ground there as that one is good for 39. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
Check 31, check 31.
Here's a 20th carry for Johnson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. First and goal, no gain. Second and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball a third time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
This Bears defense trying to hold on. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's From. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Another run here with Dobbins. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
He was brought down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Ingram holds it in. And he will have the Bears' first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
First down.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the ground, this is Johnson. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 25-yard line.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Now Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Ty Johnson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Jets capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games.
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. Kenneth Murray, the linebacker, there to make the play defensively.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Strip that ball. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Under 10.
They go to Johnson again. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. A toss left side. Johnson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is good. And that will push the lead up from 26, and it grows up to 29. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to bring him down just past the 15, and a flag down as well. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. And they're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And all the way down to the 39. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
On the play. 1st down.
1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 3rd and 15 coming up after that loss of 2.
3rd down.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
43 is the mic, boys. 43. Check, check, 43. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
On 4th down, Darnold. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he stopped immediately there. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
2nd and 10 at the 13-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Lucky. Hey, defense, up. Ready? March 43. March 43. Army.
Now Darnold. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. And this will be caught inside the 10. What a grab.
Complete to
It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
12-yard gain. It's now 4th
And
down.
a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jets are going to get the football back.
On down.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the fourth quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. It's a win for the Jets as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.